Now, today is January 28th, I believe, 2010. And we're going to do some examples of solving systems, and this is going to be, in some ways, the most obnoxious thing I asked you to do. Here's why it's obnoxious. I'm going to give you a system, and I'm going to give you the answer. And I'm going to tell you to prove it by graphing, substitution, and linear combinations. All three. But you'll already know the answer. Okay? So you really have to think about it, especially on the graph. So first, let me pick one. I should have picked one that I knew worked out well first, but I didn't. All right.
Is this linear system?
Yes, thank you. Well, yes. You know what? I'll write that first. This is linear systems. Examples. Okay, so here are the three. First, here, let me give you the system first. X plus 2y equals 5. And then, okay, wait, I know which point I want to be. Okay, and then 5x plus y equals 7. You know what? No. I just decided I don't like these.
Why?
I don't like it either.
I don't like them either. Okay, this camera's going to record a little bit more of my thought process than I wanted it to.
I like that.
10, oh. Now that's just sad. Okay,
Should be him.
hold on.
I would beat you.
Shh. Okay,
You can always cut this part out.
guys, okay, but stop. All right, I don't want to have to. So, x plus 2y equals 10, and now I'm going to make that 2x plus 4y. Well, see, you can't do that. Hang on. Okay, the point where they're going to meet, I've just decided, is the point 6, comma 2. Okay, you guys can help me come up with one since I'm already working on the answer. So, let's see, now we need another line that passes through 6, comma 2.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So actually, how about just x plus y equals 8? Keep it simple.
That works.
Yeah. Been out of town for a couple days. I needed to write it down to see it. Okay, so I'm giving you the 2 lines, and I'm giving you the answer. Now, the instructions are, prove it, 1, by graphing, 2, by substitution, and 3, by linear combinations.
Can I do it?
I think I'm going to do it first, Brandon, to be sure. I know you're doing well, okay? But I'm going to do this one first. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly that you have to graph them the same way each time, but, okay? First by graphing. Now, this is why you've got to do this part on graph paper, and I'm going to make you use the 1 unit scale on the graph paper. Don't make a new scale. Each block on the graph, Nick, is going to be 1 unit long. Got it?
I want it to be 10 on each.
Not yet. Let's wait and see. For this one, before you actually pick your units, that's a good point. What form are these lines in?
A standard form.
Standard form. Very good, Brandon. For standard form, what did I say my favorite way to graph those was? Where you do what?
Y2 minus Y1 equals M.
Thank you, gentlemen. That's fantastic.
Times X minus X minus.
That's actually point slope form. Thank you.
Pro dolphin, are you?
So thank you, pro dolphin Mexican in a sombrero.
Just me with the mustache, really.
Come back and show me that.
I already put it away.
Oh.
It's awful.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
I'll show you the poncho, though.
Okay, come back with a poncho.
Later.
Oh. Okay, so sorry for that interruption. Now you just perfectly said what point slope form was, but that's not what I was asking for. Actually, I want to know, what did I say I like to do with lines in standard form? How do I like to graph them? What method? A little more specific. Jenny?
By canceling out the...
Sort of.
You can times like the second one you would times by 2, the second problem by 2, because then it would give you 2x plus.
Okay, Brandon, You're doing a very good job of explaining what we're going to do on the third one. But for the first one, okay, if I just want to graph x plus 2y equals 10, to graph it,
Do the chart.
I make this table. Okay? I make this table. Now, if x equals 0, then 2y equals 10. So what does y equal? 5. And if y equals 0, then the whole 2y goes away. And then what does x equal?
10.
2.
Is it a 1 or 10?
It's 10.
It's 10.
10.
It's 10. Because you have x plus 2 times 0 equals 10, so the 2 times 0 goes away. Okay? And now if I want to graph this line, x plus y equals 8, do it the same way. And when x equals 0, what does y equal? And when y equals 0, what does x equal?
8.
Okay. So now I have to very carefully graph this line. And when I graph this line, at what point will these two lines intersect?
8, 10.
No, it will be. If X
Guys, I've given you the answer already.
6, 2.
6, 2. I've given you the answer. These two lines will intercept at the point 6, 2. Okay? So I'm going to graph them. I'm going to mostly leave myself. Now, Brandon, this goes back to your question. I'm going to draw my graph in a way that I mostly have quadrant 1.
Is that okay to do that for you?
Yeah, but I want you to be able to think about this on the homework. The reason why is because I've looked at these points, and I can see that I'm going to be graphing these 2 points on the x-axis, these two, well, 0, 5, actually. Which axis is that on? You tell me. Jenny?
Y.
It's on the y-axis.
Because the X,
Okay? Okay, here's what I did. Looking at this, I can tell that I'm only going to have to go out 8 units on the y-axis and 8 units on the x-axis. I'm sorry, and 10 units on the x-axis. I can see how far I have to go out. So that helps me find my numbers. Now, 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is right here. Okay, and 10, 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is right there. Now, once again, I have given you the answers. What point do I know this will pass? I know this passes through the point 6, 2. So what can I do to help me draw this?
do you want me to give you how to get to those points?
No, I want to say, what can I do to help me since I already know what the answer is?
Well, you go from...
Put 6, 2 on there. That's the shortest way to say it.
That's what
I know you were going to say it, Brandon. I'm just a little worried about time here.
Wait.
So now I need to connect all 3 of these. So borrow Jenny's ruler here.
This will be a retarded triangle.
Sort of.
Wait,
Oh,
but how does
yeah,
8?
I saw some news.
How does 8
No.
fit in?
How does 8 fit in? The answer, Jenny, is it doesn't yet.
Oh,
Because I haven't graphed this line.
yeah.
This is just the line which I'm going to label x plus 2y equals 10.
Okay, I see.
All right, now, in a different color, I'm going to graph the other line, which goes from here to here.
Oh, it passes through the same point.
Yep, and if I graph them correctly, they'll pass through the point 6, 2. So take a minute and graph that.
Wait, what's that? What is the point?
This point here.
Yeah, is this right?
Okay, this is the point 6, 2, which I started out telling you would be the answer.
Oh,
So if your lines don't pass through that point, you've done something wrong.
that's right.
That looks good, but go ahead and label this point up here, the 8 on the y-axis as well. Jenny,
Are you going to be able to see that on here?
it's high def, so you should be able to. As long as this isn't blocking it, is it?
It's closer, but you can still see.
Okay. All right.
How many lines did you draw?
I drew 8 on the y-axis, evenly spaced, and I drew 10 on the x-axis. And on your graph paper, I expect you to use the block.